Alright guys, this is what you've been waiting for. This is the beginning to the 2011 mystery trip at TUMC. Okay, so over the next month, you should be expecting some different forms of information to find itself into your lap. You're going to need to know what to bring. You're going to need to know how to prepare. You're going to need to know a couple of clues that are going to be coming your way. So today is the 1 month prior to leaving on our great grand trip that we have. The travels that are going to go, well, who knows where. So the first thing we're going to cover is our packing list. First thing is that the temperature, the weather that we're going to be in, it's going to vary throughout the trip. So you want to be prepared for 80-degree weather, and you also want to be prepared for 30-degree weather. We will be experiencing both types of weather. So don't make a gamble here. Now, the other thing is before we go through the items of the trip, you have to pack light. So even though you're going to be preparing for different types of weather conditions, you have to pack light. So be very simple in the clothes you choose and be very comfortable with wearing those clothes on multiple days. Because when you're traveling like this, it's all about the adventure. It's not about how good you smell or how good you look. So I want you guys to prepare for this trip knowing that you don't need to bring that many clothes. So when you think about dressing for the warmer weather and the cooler weather, think about dressing in layers. Be comfortable with wearing, different layers of clothing, a t-shirt, then a long sleeve over that, and then a jacket if it gets that cold. Bring a pair of pants that you can wear both in cooler weather and warmer weather. Bring socks that are comfy, but just don't overpack. It's really important that you bring only a small amount of items for this trip. You want to be able to move quickly, and you won't be able to move quickly if you overpack for this trip. First thing you're going to need is a jacket, okay? Make sure it's not too big of a jacket. 30 degrees isn't that cold, but make sure it's definitely a jacket that's going to keep you warm, okay? You're going to need gloves, so make sure you bring a thin pair of gloves, a mittens, whatever you want. This is definitely going to help keep you warm, so make sure you bring gloves. Bring a hat. Bring a hat that will go over, hopefully cover your ears. Again, this is to keep you warm. So make sure you bring a hat, a warm hat. It doesn't have to be anything else besides that. Only one pair of long johns. You will need a pair of long johns just in case it gets that cold. One pair of long johns. Bring a towel. Make sure you have a towel for the trip. There will not be towels provided for you at any point during the trip. We're moving way too fast for towels. Bring a journal. Whatever your journal wants to be, you need to bring a journal for the trip. We're going to be having plenty of opportunities to take a moment to write what's been going on throughout the trip. This is a good trip to be journaling. Bring a light windbreaker. If your jacket and your windbreaker are the same, that's totally fine. Make sure you bring something that's going to be waterproof windbreaker, something that will definitely keep you dry. At any point during this trip, there's pretty much a guarantee that you're going to get wet. So bring a windbreaker. You can bring flip-flops to wear, but also make sure you bring a pair of shower shoes, something that you're comfortable wearing in a shower. This is a church trip, so bring the Bible. Make sure you bring something that you can be able to look up verses throughout the trip. It doesn't need to be this big. A small Bible's great, not too heavy, something great that you can bring on the trip to look up, use for our devotions. Bring a swimsuit. There might be some other items on this trip that you'll need to be warm during, but you're definitely going to need a swimsuit. So bring a swimsuit. Bring tennis shoes. Yes, pink is my favorite color, and that's why I have pink tennis shoes. But bring tennis shoes. Make sure they're shoes that can get dirty. Make sure they're very comfortable. We'll be walking a lot. This is a dog kit. Bring your toiletries. Stuff your dog kit or whatever it is full of all the stuff you need for the week. Make sure to brush your teeth. You don't have to be clean, but definitely brush those teeth. Everyone needs to have a digital camera. You can have an iPhone or your cell phone might have a camera on it. You're going to be taking pictures on this trip. If you don't have a digital camera, that's totally all right. We have extra digital cameras. Just let us know. Everyone has to bring a digital camera and the cord to hook it up to a computer. Really important for this trip. Bring a digital camera. Bring chapstick. You're definitely going to need chapstick for this trip. Bring hand sanitizer for the trip. And also, bring sunscreen. Make sure you have both. You're going to want a flashlight. So make sure to bring a flashlight. It doesn't have to be this goofy looking, but something simple. Sometimes your phones have flashlights on them. That's great. You don't need anything else. Definitely make sure to bring up something to light your way when it's dark. Everyone has to bring a roll of quarters. $10 roll of quarters. You're gonna need a roll of quarters. Make sure you bring sunglasses. You're gonna have to have a pair of sunglasses. It's really important that these sunglasses represent you. So bring a pair of sunglasses that are very you. We want you to have fun, and sunglasses are a really important part of this trip, so bring sunglasses. Okay guys, so this is really important to the trip. We want you to bring a frame. You can pick out any frame you want. I personally wanted to pick out a frame that represented me. It's really simple, but it's kind of my thing. So I want you guys to pick out a frame that represents you. Look online, order it from a store, go into a store, Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and get a frame. It doesn't need to have glass. I'd prefer if you had one that did not have glass in it, something that's just the frame. I want you guys to bring the frame on the trip. So this is really important to the trip. Bring a frame. You need your driver's license. Ideally, if you can bring your passport, that would be awesome. You need your driver's license or a school ID. You definitely have to have identification with you, a picture ID. Bring a suitcase. You need to pack everything inside one suitcase. So this isn't a very big suitcase. A lot of you are going to be able to pack in a suitcase this size. You don't need to bring that much stuff. Yes, it's 6 days, but we are doing a total adventure trip here. So we're going to be moving. And when we're moving, you're going to need to be able to get your bags and move quickly. So pack light. You don't need a lot of stuff. It needs to be a smaller suitcase. Even though it's 6 days, don't bring a lot of clothes. Just bring enough to get you through. Yes, it's 30 to 80 degree weather, but you can still pack simply and have enough. Just let us know if you guys have any questions. We'll be able to answer anything you have. Okay guys, so that was our hidden packing list. So now what we need is we need you to accomplish the first challenge for this trip. So during this trip, everything's going to be done by the decisions that you make. Every choice we do is going to be because you made the decision. So our first thing that we need you guys to figure out is a scripture that's going to get us prepared for the trip. So we want you guys looking it up. We need a scripture that is helping us prepare for this trip. So email it to me, david@tarrytownumc.org. Let us know what it is. Help us prepare. Again, everything by this trip is driven by you. All right, guys. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great trip. Talk to you soon.